That-
Hello and welcome. I don't know if any horses or home attendees are properly tuning. I don't know if there's any horses or home attendees that will be tuning in, but Yoda Soda Creations podcast happening for the first time. starting its March run and pretty much how this goes. Who has the business and friend or two. Well, technically there's no other one joining us, but though mostly in the comments area. But regardless, as usual, talking movies and TV older reasons. And our birthday trend comes to an end this week as we wish Chris Martin from Coldplay happy birthday. Well, once we talk about this one's gonna be quite a favorite. This series premiere.
Yep, as the end approaches, let's take some time and take a look at the beginning.
Got a tribute to the original. Blast from the past, as they say.
Let's see how far we've come.
Look at that.
Huh? Yeah, it's definitely weird looking back at the first episode. It's like, even some of the voices seemed kind of off, you know?
They started to hit their stride later, yeah.
Yeah.
I do also... Yeah, that's a good point. I love the voices start to get a little deeper as time goes on.
Yeah, and before the show started, we were, of course, as we usually do, we watched the episode, and after that, we actually watched some of the more recent shorts that came out, and just the difference between the two is just wow.
It is night and day. The quality.
They've come a very long way,
especially in the facial department.
Oh yeah,
yes.
They spent a lot of time. The faces, they're smoother, they're sharper.
There's a lot more expressions they can put out.
There's not the 1,000-yard stare when they're talking quite as much.
Yeah.
A lot of times, when they're talking, they just look at one area. You don't do that when you're talking. You look around a bit, and your eyes slightly move a little bit. None of that really was. Hair movement is more fluid. No one idles quite as much, so when you watch a new one, just even Twilight, so when she's just talking to somebody, she was moving her wings around a lot, she was a gesture, all these subtle things make it much more alive.
Yeah. So,
yeah, shorts that have been airing over the past winter. And by the way, the shorts were airing over the past winter have been, as a whole miniseries is pretty good. There were some, there's some funny ones. There are some funny ones. Some slightly predictable, but yeah,
Right.
yeah. Always nice to have some. Yeah, always nice to have some content in between.
Yeah, at least it's something.
They some have had a storyline. I think the big thing is some have had a storyline, whereas some have just kind of been, one kind of plot that just happens. So like the Pinky one where she's giving ice cream, so there's not much of a plot. It's just the joke that she talks too long, the ice cream melts, right? So it's just a joke. The whole thing revolves around the joke, which is fine, but it doesn't do quite as much, at least for me. Whereas the one where Twilight's afraid of ladybugs, where she explains that she's afraid of ladybugs, Starlight helps her out, and it goes wrong, and then we see what happens. So there's like a full cycle of what happens.
Right.
There's build up, right? There's build up, and then we get a little joke at the end.
Trolling or troll more, I think is the new nickname for Shiny.
Yeah, basically, in the end, Shining Armor's to blame.
Right.
As we all knew anyway. Easy.
So, I guess unless there's anything else you want to discuss beforehand, we should start getting into the recap.
Guess, yeah.
Alrighty then. So, it begins with a story of two sisters who rose the sun and moon. But while one got praise and worship, the other was neglected. And you can kind of guess where this goes. She feels jealous, tries to and gets punished for it.
Oh, I can't believe you've done this. Oh,
Yeah. But yeah, it's I wonder if they'll be relevant soon. So, the story is being read by Twilight Sparkle, a unicorn.
Thank you.
Yeah, they give me time to finish my sentence. Jeez.
I wanted some lines, jeez.
Why she's reading this, I don't know. Seems awfully convenient. Almost thought it was planned. But we'll get into fine manipulation later.
Sorry, I'm done with that, sorry.
It's a school for It's a school for unicorns. They're bound to read history at some point.
But yeah, the book also makes note of, I think it made note of the elements of harmony, something she swears she has heard of before. Blah, blah, blah theme. So Twilight's going on her way, and she's greeted by some friends of hers. They're not relevant now. Check back in season 5.
Writers finally remember about them. Go back and rewatch one of the episodes.
Yeah, it's like, wow, it took them a while, but they finally got around to resolving that little plot point.
They were running out of ideas for stories, but don't tell them I said that.
And yet they turned it into one of my favorite episodes that season.
Righted it wrong and made good on it.
Yes. But yeah, like, they wanted her to come to Moon Dancer's party, But Twilight has no time for such things. She's got books.
Foolish mortals. We shall all perish.
And he's got,
It's like, you're full. You're turning down on a party. Do you know what they have at party? Cake.
Oh god, wait. Drop, wait.
which by the way, which by the way I had earlier this week on behalf of girls finally getting into the troop.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, Twilight makes her way to. I'm not sure how to describe it. Like a really high-end apartment building,
Yeah,
or
she's not
well,
feeling.
not really an apartment, but it's like library house.
Government housing.
Dorm.
Yes,
Tommy
government
doesn't.
housing. That sounds about right.
I think it was more of a dorm. I think it was a dorm room, considering that. Well, so
What dorm room is that?
So let's just go
I've
figure
seen
the
dorm rooms.
so let's just go
They're
figure the
not like
unicorns. Is that so let's just go figure the unicorns. I wonder if that's a sort of form of college.
Well, you also have to keep in mind when they go back later down the line, known as Touch It Since.
You know, Alicorn. They're just like, we don't want to mess with it. I can get it. I got it.
It's like you think if it was like a dorm, it would have been someone else would make use of it. But now you have to assume that this place belongs to Twilight.
They're just scared to touch it.
So either one or two things. Being the student of the princess has really good benefits. Or Twilight's parents saved up a really good college fund. Honestly, I could see it going either way. Anyway, enough about the status of her current living situation.
Okay,
So, yeah,
guys, I want to take your opinion. Looking good? Good?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, Twilight gets back to her place, causes Spike to ruin the gift you got for Boom Dancer, and tells him to go get a book. Our hero, everyone.
But this is back when she hated. Got more Spike abuse. I miss Spike. Wait.
Yeah, those are definitely times back then.
Those were the days.
But yeah, she finds a book of prophecies or something, because you always have to have prophecies,
Wouldn't be magic without him.
And it tells that on the 1000 and whatever of
Longest day.
Summer Sun Celebration, whatever, Nightmare Moon will return. This is not good. This is so not good that she immediately tells Spike to write a letter to the princess.
Which we later learn it's not that big a deal, actually. She gets spammed.
And after a bit of difficulties with spelling, the letter is sent, and a reply is received fairly quickly afterwards. Basically telling Twilight, stop spending your time around all these books, get a life.
Actually, you know what? But she doesn't even say that. She says, I'm going to send you.
You're doing this thing, make some friends. It's make some friends, get a life. You need to go out more often. Yeah.
Or
So she's on her way to Ponyville to help prepare for the Summer Sun's ovation. Screw the whole friends thing. She just wants this done and over with, so she can look up the elements of harmony and figure out what's going on. So they get into town and are greeted by a pink pony, who immediately gasps and runs off. Yeah, I'm sure she's not important. So first on the list.
I can't tell if that was sarcasm or...
Yes, I am sarcasm. Thanks for noticing.
I can't tell if you were trying to put sarcasm in your voice or...
I bet yes.
should she be menacing? Should she have a bit of a glare going?
Sorry, I'm sorry. It's like you're like, should she be menacing? I started thinking like the Japanese characters all JoJo style all around her. It's like, if you know what I'm talking about, right?
Wait, what?
Hold on. I wonder if it's a thing you can Google.
I'd also like to point out, as I said when we were watching, to the VAs, guests are really hard to do.
Right. So the audio in your guys' has been kind of not crackly, but kind of wavy. So sometimes I miss parts of sentences.
Look at how fast she's throwing those letters. They literally have sonic booms behind them. You could kill somebody just by that going near them. By the way, guys, the drawing this week is a little bit of a breakup because I just have gotten tired of drawing a missile, and I want a bit of practice with the brushes, so we're drawing Derpy, Assassin Derpy.
Because yesterday was Derpy Day.
Yes, a bit of a tribute. I thought Derpy Day was today, but
you thought wrong.
I thought freaking wrong, and now look at us. What we're doing here? What are we doing?
Zoops.
Well, do what you can when you can.
I'm gonna go get sustenance request because sad.
Okay.
Keep running it through. I'll be right back. Yeah, just.
So should I just keep going with the recap, or?
Yeah, just go for it.
Okay. So first up on the checklist, food over at Sweet Apple Acres. Greeted by Applejack, who seems friendly enough, and immediately it's time for everyone to show up for food. Lots of apple foods, lots of apple family. Twilight's invited to stay, but she doesn't really, and then she gets a bit of peer pressure, and yeah, she sticks around.
Which of course included a fan favorite moment.
Oh?
Which of course included a fan favorite moment. Apple Bloom doing the puppy dog eyes.
Ah, yes. That was a good bit. Yeah, but yeah, Twilight ate too much, and yeah, she's kind of... Today's not exactly a good day for her. But okay, next up, weather. Supposed to be cleared out by Rainbow Dash. Who isn't really doing her job because she's too busy practicing for the Wonderbolts. Equestria top-tier flying group. And, yeah, Rainbow Dash gets Twilight a bit messy, tries cleaning her up, doesn't do that great of a job.
Leading to leading into another fan favorite clip.
Yes. Yep. Rainbow Dash laughing. But yeah, Twilight basically he bets Twilight basically bets that Rainbow Dash isn't as good as she thinks she is, and basically like, yeah, well, clear these clouds quickly. And it's like, deal. And she clears it in under 10 seconds. And so it has, in fact, timed that scene. It is under 10 seconds.
And by the way, that actually made it into. And by the way, that actually made it into a line into one of my favorite fan-made songs, the Acustamento Bernie Loyalty.
Right. Let's see. So next up, decorations. Spike is quite it's like Twilight the Ink's decoration. The decorations are pretty good. Meanwhile, Spike is infatuated by the one doing the decorating, Rarity. Rarity's kind of caught up in the moment doing the whole decorating thing, but as soon as she's finished with that, she catches the sight of Twilight and is shocked at what has been done to her hair. Because yes, the whole cleanup, drying thing from Rainbow Dash, that actually sticks around into the next scene. Normally something that like that would be a one-off gag and scene and be done with it. Nope. They make it a thing. It's like, it continues on, becomes part of the setup for the next bit. All good.
Also, the very first time Rarity has been put in the picture.
What was that?
Also, the first time Rarity has been put into the picture.
Yep, right from the beginning.
And speaking of Spike, going back a bit, I have to admire how they managed to simplify those big words. It is a kid.
Yes.
It is still a kid. It is still a kid show after all.
Right. But yeah, like, Rarity has plans for Twilight, so she drags her off to get new clothes. Also, Twilight's mane and tail are fixed. But yeah, it's like, Rarity is sure they'll be good friends. Actually, everyone so far has been sure that they'll be great friends. What?
I'm trying to pour soda into a very small cup, and I just spilled some on the table. I'll just stopped it from my table.
Hope it didn't seep into the system.
Yes, well, Rarity is distracted by trying to find a ruby to replace the emerald in the outfit. Twilight decides to get out of there.
Get out of Dodge.
Now, Dodge doesn't show up until season 2.
That's true. Got me on a technicality.
And finally on the list is music.
Music.
They see a yellow Pegasus with a bunch of birds singing. The birds are singing, not the Pegasus. And
just wait 4 years for that.
Yes.
You have to wait 4 years for that.
And she corrects Bluecha, who's slightly off rhythm. And she starts to get them prepared to rehearse again. Hello! And Planet scares off all the birds.
Nice.
And nearly Fluttershy as well.
No.
Let's less part of her name starts to become evident.
But yes, Twilight it introduces herself as she thought the music was good and asked who this Pegasus is. And she replies, Fluttershy. Wait, hold on.
I'd like you to mimic the voice she makes.
Oh, okay, that's good. How do you spell that?
Somebody clip that for me, please, so I can my sound.
But yeah, the situation's getting a bit awkward because this pony's not speaking, and yeah. So she gets ready to leave, and then Spike shows up and knocks Twilight out of the scene.
Fluttershy, that is, not Spike.
Yes. Although, given how she was treating him earlier this episode, I wouldn't blame him.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is really excited. She's never seen a baby dragon before. She introduces herself as Fluttershy, and she wants to know all about him. And so, she follows them two back to the. Not back to. She hasn't been to the treehouse yet.
Yeah,
How do you know?
it's here we're introduced to the Golden Oaks Library for the first time.
Yes. It's where they're actually being introduced to the library.
Well, we don't know if Fluttershy could have been to the library.
I meant, the audience. First time for the audience.
Yeah.
And Twilight.
Yes. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, they get to the library. Twilight makes an excuse to get away from Fluttershy, and they head inside. Okay, need to find the books, research the thing, and get away from these crazy ponies. And
Three, two, one.
Surprise! Yeah, it turns out that pink pony, Pinkie Pie, has decided to throw up a surprise party for Twilight. Because she's new in town, and that's just what Pinkie does. And in the background, before the Derpinine, is Derpy.
And that's what we're showing today.
Yep.
Roll credits. Okay, we're done.
And how Pinkie knew Twilight would be staying there is
It's Pinkie. Don't question Pinkie.
I can question her if I want.
Do so at your own risk. But yeah, Twilight is just had enough of these shenanigans. So okay, she pours herself a drink, mildly listening to Pinkie Pie ramble. And for she wasn't paying attention and got a mouthful of hot sauce. Whoops. But yeah, it cuts a bit later. Pinkie's throwing an awesome party. They have pinned the tail on the pony. But Twilight's more worried about that prophecy she read. And it's yeah, please just let it be false. And crap, it's screwed, aren't we? Because I can't. It's yeah, with everything going on, she can't actually get to the books. And so the time is for the beginning of the summer suns. Well, not the beginning of the summer sun celebration. Well, I guess sort of. Anyway, time for the ceremony to raise the sun. The music is ready. The decorations are set. It's time for the mayor to introduce Princess Celestia, and she's gone. what was that? Some stars aiding her. Some stars aiding in her escape. Oh, guess who it is? It's Nightmare Moon.
I told you.
Yeah. Turns out not a lot of people are in the know that much, but Twilight did her research. She knows who it is, and she knows what her plan is. Nightmare plans to make it so that the night will last forever. And end of that episode. So yeah, part 2. Actually, is there if I step away for a moment so I can grab a drink? Then we can continue on with part 2.
Take a break.
Okay, I'll be quickly.
That final line, by the way, is one of the more memorable quotes. Also not mentioned by Sark. Also not mentioned by Colin. Pinky's apparently more tougher on hot sauce resistance than Twilight is.
Which I think is a characteristic she keeps, isn't it? See it later, don't we?
What are we talking about?
He's with fire.
I only caught like half of what you just said.
Pinky's fire resistance.
Oh.
When she found herself more when she found apparently she's more taken of hot sauce than Twilight is.
Oh. Right.
I also said final line from the first part. One of the most memorable quotes.
Right. So anyway, part 2. Blah blah blah. Last time on Meta Pony theme.
Classic episode recap.
So yeah, it's like Nightmare Moon has declared eternal night. The guards try to get her, and Nightmare Moon's out of there. Meanwhile, Twilight is dashed off to the library to actually get some research done for once today. But Rimbo notices and will soon be known as the rest of the main 6 follow after her. Twilight tries to get the book that will tell her what's going on, but Rimbo confronts her and asks if she's a spy. Applejack doesn't think so, but asks for an explanation. Twilight tells them about the prophecy and all that, and Pinkie Pie finds the book. It was under E. Pinkie Pie.
You had one job, Twilight. One freaking job.
Kind of seems like it's been a long day. I'm giving the party before, and I can assume that basically everyone's been up all night.
Pinky's better under pressure.
So yeah.
There's also pressure of pending disaster apparently.
Yep. But yes, the book makes mention of 6 elements, of which only 5 are known: laughter, generosity, loyalty, honesty, and kindness. The last is a mystery.
By the way, if you watch the actual episode, it's interesting how they managed to set things up.
Yeah, they make it fairly obvious. And of course, the last known location of the elements is located in the Everfree Forest, a place where weather runs rampant, where nature fends for itself, where half the wildlife will probably eat you.
Nature.
And that's on a good day.
Unnatural, and apparently nobody has ever returned.
Meanwhile, the man's go in and out of there these days like it's nothing. It's like, come on, guys, bring the menace back to the Everfree.
Yeah. I mean, they got overpowered. It's like when you're in a video game, they got the best armor, plot armor. Oh,
It's like the Everfree has been threatened in season 4, and we covered that episode a few weeks ago.
Way back in January, to be precise.
I maintain what I said. A few weeks could be anywhere between 3 and 7.
true.
Now, if I said a couple weeks, I would be wrong. So yeah, off they go. Remember, talked about how no pony has ever returned, but it's like she's quickly told to knock that off. But they can't calm down now because the ground that they're standing on has kind of been sabotaged, and down they go. Twilight nearly falls off a cliff, but is caught by Applejack, who tells her to Applejack tells Twilight to let go. She'll be fine.
Let go, Luke.
And Twilight's like, that's not true. That's impossible.
Look, you've turned off your targeting computer.
But it's like, Applejack's like, trust me. I say with all honesty, you'll be fine.
Put your faith in Jesus.
No. None of that. Stop.
Take the wheel.
So, Twilight lets go and is caught by Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash.
Sorry, I was trying to come up with a comment for that moment, and couldn't do that while we were watching.
Yeah. So every pony's fine. And okay. Whatever. Let's go on our way. So next up, a Manticore. Most of the main 6 try their hooves at fighting it, including Rarity, who shows that even though she's into fashion and girly stuff, she can still kick all kinds of ass.
Fighting is not really my thing. I'm more into fashion, but I'll rip you to pieces if you just one hair on this cute little head.
He said.
But yeah, eventually Fluttershy tells him to knock it off, and calms down the Manticore, discovering a thorn in its paw. She pulls it out, and the beast is tamed. So yeah, that problem got over quickly. Next up, the horrifying, terrible trees. It's just trees with scary faces. Seriously, Night Moon, was this your best? Like, really?
On the plus side, it does lead to a. On the plus side, it does lead to a good moment where the show actually is self-aware of itself. She isn't. She is.
Yep. And of course, the first song of the show, not counting the opening, of course, it's okay.
Yeah, it was good.
But yeah, Pinkie Pie overcomes the trees by laughing. I'm sorry, this is just really stupid. It's just scary faces on trees.
I mean, they should. I did like how Twilight was like, "Get away!" Really over the top.
Yeah, this one always kind of stuck out to me as just kind of like the really one of all of them, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, through the power of laughter, they defeat the inanimate objects and go on their way. Last song. Their next challenge. They need to cross the river. Unfortunately, sea serpent Stephen Magnet, yes, that's his actual name. Thank you, YouTube captions. Is causing trouble in the river, or making it pretty much uncrossable. See, he was minding his own business when a puff of black smoke sliced half his mustache off. Yeah, but it's like, most maniacs don't see what the big deal is. Rarity, on the other hand, will not stand for this. So she yanks out one of his scales and slices her tail off to attach it to the desecrated mustache. Of course, now you have one half purple and one half not, so like it just looks all kind of off, but whatever, let's roll with it.
She's trying her best with what she's got, alright? She's a critic.
I feel like a lot of what happens later to fix that. But later we'll fix that just as well as the tail would.
Right. It's like both the mustache and the tail will grow back eventually. But okay. They calm the serpent and are across the river. Next challenge. Yeah, it turns out the bridge across to the castle is out of order at the moment. So they ask Rainbow Dash to go fix it.
Fix it.
Now one would ask why I didn't have Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy fly the others over, but much like with the river, it's over treacherous terrain, and one mistake and down they go. So I can kind of understand them not doing that. So yeah, Rainbow Dash just has to tie off the bridge to the other end, and smokes. Sorry, everyone. I had a drink earlier tonight, so I'm a little woo.
She hears mysterious voices. Her temptation is about to start to cloud her mind.
Yes, she's greeted by 3 ponies, members of a so-called elite flying team known as the Shadow Bolts, who tell her that they'll become the best in Equestria, but they want her as their captain. The only problem is she has to decide either them or those other ponies across the bridge.
You just met.
Yeah, Rainbow Dash thanks him for the offer, but yeah, no. She ties the bridge together, and they're across. So they're finally at the castle, and So I'm just looking at this like, wow, it's like from the frontal image you get here, it's surprising it's as well. It's surprising how well it looks held together or back over in season 4. Because with this image, it barely looks like there's any walls left.
Kind of like a, yeah.
Of course, the people watching can't see this, but yeah. So they get inside and find the elements. A bunch of stone orbs on a central pillar. But Twilight hasn't. Okay. Hold on.
I should also mention shutterbolts.
What?
I should also mention shutterbolts. Only other appearances. Rainbow Dash's Nightmare Night costume.
Oh right, yeah.
And in comics, if you count those.
Yeah, severely underutilized design. But yeah, so they get the 5 elements. Twilight thinks she might have an idea on how to get the final one to appear, because all it needs is a spark, but she's got this, so she asks for a bit of space, and the other 5 leave the building. Purple smoke comes into the room, starts surrounding the elements, and swirls around. And just before they disappear, Twilight jumps in and gets teleported with them.
Lucky jump.
Now you're thinking with portals.
And in front of Twilight is Nightmare Moon. Hold on. Tracking through the episode. It's like But Twilight is not intimidated by this pony, so she gets ready to charge at Nightmare Moon, who thinks this is quite amusing. And as the two charge together, Twilight charges up a spell and teleports over to the elements right behind Nightmare Moon. She charges up her magic, sending the spark into the elements. She's knocked away by Nightmare Moon, but it seems that the spell has worked. The elements start glowing, sparking, and it fizzles out. Nightmare Moon stomps on the ground, shattering the elements. And as she looks in terror at the seemingly triumphant victory of Nightmare Moon, she hears the voices of her friends, and a spark erupts from within. She now realizes that the elements were not destroyed, but live on inside those who embody the element that they represent. Applejack, when at the cliff, honest, not fall, let go, fall, be fine. Sorry, my mind just kind of jumbled up there for a moment. Yeah, Applejack, honesty. Fluttershy, kindness. Pinkie Pie, laughter. Rarity, generosity, and Rainbow Dash, loyalty. For those things I did earlier. Shards of the elements float up and surround each of the main 6, leaving the final one to be revealed to be magic. The final element appears out of nowhere, and the main 6, did they float up? Yes, I believe they did float up. No, wait, no. Yeah, they did float a little bit. Okay, the other 5 did. maybe she did rise up a bit. No, sorry, it's like, it's like we just watched this episode and I'm already forgetting bits. That's how all out of it I'm right now. But yeah, the elements activate, sending a rainbow beam over the Nightmare Moon, vanquishing her.
Contract the rainbow, taste the rainbow.
Do 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 do. And as a result, they've all gained nifty jewelry.
Your Pokemon has evolved.
5 have necklaces, while Twilight gets a crown.
Foreshadowing.
Tiara, whatever. I'm sure that's not foreshadowing of anything to come later.
I was almost expecting to go, hey, it's my bit. When you did the tramp music.
Right. And as the sun rises, Celestia appears, thanking them for what they've done. And it's like she always knew this was gonna happen. So it's like, what? No, you didn't. No, I told you needed to make friends. That's all. Yeah. I'm like, a little bit. Her having that book in the first place that she read at the beginning, all part of Celestia's plan.
That's fine.
Willing to bet she sent Twilight that book. Otherwise, it would have been really inconvenient for her to read that particular book on that particular day. Meanwhile, oh hey, look who's that in the corner? Oh hey, it's Princess Luna. In a design that is only seen in this episode. And wow, she is kind of short.
It was stated that afterwards she would go through a bit of a magic recovery before she would be seen again.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like definitely different from the Luna we all know today. But yeah, everyone's surprised, like, oh hey, that's Celestia's sister. But they have their reunion. Oh wow, that face. Yeah, sorry. They have the reunion, and now it's time to party! Woo!
Indoor music.
Yes. That's a little sad because now she has to leave for her new friends. But Celestia's like, nah, you know what? You stay here, learn about friendship, stay with your friends. And she's happy. She likes this. Like, this is good.
I'm okay with this.
Yes. This is fine.
This is fine.
And it was only the beginning.
Yep. And that was the season 1 premiere. So, what did we think of it? Not bad. A little rough, but considering it's the very first episodes, I can forgive it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it. I really have no idea what they managed to put in, but a lot of time when Twilight's doing these motivational speeches or whatnot, I get a bit emotional inside.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think she should have the little eyebrows?
Huh. Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I'd say it pretty much hit all the marks that a series premiere should.
Yeah.
We got the character introductions. We got the setup. We got the story.
Yeah. I mean, and let's face it, premieres, like series premieres, always suffers in comparison to a later season premieres, just because they have so much to set up.
Yeah.
Of course, the first Equestria Girls movie also suffers from this, as yeah, it's kind of basically, let's take the series premiere, remix it, and yeah.
Basically, yeah.
But yeah, it's like, yeah, and first seasons are never the greatest. I mean, let's say it's like, no one goes into a Star Trek series expecting the first season to be full of great episodes, you know?
I do. So, how do you think this is coming, by the way?
Good.
Mm-hmm.
You liking the style? I think the style is kind of cute.
Yeah.
Now let's see if I can, if I select that, all right. And then I do, where's the gradient? Actually, you know, if it's like the, kind of make it like the show, just actually swatch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually really easy to do. Oh, that's adorable. You gotta get the whites in, and then...
And of course, they're not going to be the earliest victim to Viva La Vida getting PMV'd.
Oh?
Aww.
And of course, Luna would be one of the early victims to become the subject of several Viva La Vida PMVs.
Huh.
I used to rule the world.
I'm a Minecraft parody myself fan.
Oh yeah, I also saw that.
Best version. Look at that! Look at the oh! I think. Hang on. I think this needs a bit of fixing. Right here. No, hang on. Yeah, I think. No, that's just warping one of the layers. Control Z. I gotta. Do what do you do? Layers. Right, and you do layers. Okay, and then no, this Control P. Actually, it's correcting your eye actually on accident. We're gonna mess up her eye again. Look at this. Too good. Did that mess up enough?
That's actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that! Wow! Aww. Look at how determined she is. Oh my gosh. Woo! Are you ready for this next bit? Do you like the hair, by the way? I think that hair looks... Oh. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm tooting my own horn. She looks fuzzy. Doesn't she look fuzzy?
Kind of.
She looks fuzzy. What are you talking about? Kind of. Do you know what he's talking about, Alex? Okay, we need derpy color. Derpy color achieved. That's a bit of a problem. Fixed. All right. Oh, shoot. Look at how determined Derpy is.
Yep.
Oh, she's adorable, dude. Look at that. Oh! Have you ever seen the more determined Derpy? I didn't think so. You guys are speechless. This is kind of weird. It is like painting, but you never have to take more paint. It's fun. You guys ever painted?
Not really.
It's fun.
I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot of forms, including pointillism.
Fancy man. Around the snoot. There's a cute snoot right here. 3. One of the cuter snoots you've done. Oh. Woo. Oh! Woo! All right. We're going to go through the main colors first, and then we're going to come back with a medium color so we can round her out. Make her look pudgy.
Back to the determination bit. I'd say there was a bit of that in past sins, how she was willing to protect her daughter when the monsters were attacking.
Yeah, this is about, I mean, it's about your favorite fanfic, so you should be having a school day. Guys, do you want to see a really, really cool strat that I just remembered I could have done, but I forgot to do? Now, watch this. When I go back to this brush, I can't touch the other stuff! So I don't think, yeah. Can I not? Yeah, look at that. Looks like I can still draw from the edges. But probably there's a bit of stuff peeking through. Yeah. Yeah. See, there's a bit of stuff peeking through. If I can control the... Yeah, it sort of works. It can be kind of hard because everything's the same color. Woo! How are we looking so far? I should probably back up. Aww, look at her. Oh, woo! Oh, hang on, let me stretch. Ow!
Smiling out.
Huh?
It's just smiling out.
Smiling, huh? So overall, what are your thoughts on the episode? I thought it was a pretty good episode. You know, a pretty good intro, and it had the essence of what the rest of the show is like. I think.
Yeah.
Obviously, what a intro or what is it called? I forgot what they call them.
Premiere?
Yeah, premiere. Them. It's got what a premiere needs to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ticks all the boxes. There's characters. All of them are introduced, sort of. I did like how you do. I think I'm going back way to when I first watched this. I'm thinking that I did remember all the characters, which is kind of rare for me. I have trouble remembering names. So I think they did a pretty good job of reinforcing names. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of pilot episodes, like, some of them we just forget all their names by the end. That's what happens to me a lot of times. Is that just me, or I think it might help that they're so random that it's easy to keep track of. And hard to forget. Pinkie Pie when it's actually pink.
Yeah.
Rainbow is rainbow. So they can make it easy, I guess. The argument can be made. It has a bit of what the show is like. So with Gravity Falls, I'm looking at Gravity Falls as a show. I'm remembering back. Good, because I remember that one as being a pretty good one. If you've ever watched Gravity Falls,
I still need to watch that.
you seriously do. It's still one of my favorites. The intro sums up. So how it's got a good. When you watch the first episode, it's a good summation of the rest of the show. It's got like got the characters, blah blah blah. Here's the characters. It does that for a bit, and then it has establishing of them for a bit, which this does. And it's got a little bit of an action, sort of, and build up. I think the only downside to this, one of the downsides to this this episode is there is not much of a build up, I guess.
Yeah, kind of.
You know what I mean? It's like, look, it, like, oh, and then it kind of, it's okay, I guess. I mean, it's a bit it's sprung on you, and it feels like you know what it's about, but it don't.
Right.
I don't know. I think that's okay. Not,
Yeah.
that's a bit of a. That's a bit of a. Like, does that look like a feather? Do those look like feathers? I think they are. That's
Yeah.
Nice strokes.
That's helping a lot. I think that makes them. Back up. Oh yeah, that looks like a feather, doesn't it? Oh, that's our foot. I just realized. Ha ha. The establishing shots are nice. There's a nice feel of lore. It gets you into the lore a bit. Make it a lot of the lore is kind of deep. Nice, kind of unheard of for a kid show. There's actually quite a lot of nice lore.
Yeah.
Gets into the princesses a decent amount. You're kind of like, oh, those. And there's like a quest, you know, it fills out Equestria, decent. Ponyville, that's cool. Canterlot, you jump around. Not a lot of shows have that many plots. Well, I mean, not that many locations. Maybe could have. They kept it open. Now they can now do quite a lot with the source material. I think visually it was when I at least first watched it, which admittedly was pretty late. Visually, it was kind of to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it looked like mediocre Flash, right? The character designs are fine, but I think I did like how they. Something I noticed again going back and forth between the new and old, and it making it more apparent is there was quite a lot of character. So in the characters now in the new season are pretty rigid in that they're still cartoony, but they keep a certain feel to them, and that stays nicely. And their faces will do stuff fun, you know, they'll do fun for a gag, but they'll come back to a nice medium. You know what I mean? Talking is fluid and nice.
Yeah.
In this, it's a pretty apparent occasionally where it's kind of like their face might be a bit warped or something from the last frame or something. It's a bit sloppy. Looks like they didn't quite know what they were working at, how to do it. But obviously, we know where they are now, so they've learned what it is. The backgrounds were a bit barren as well, and especially the first episode, right?
Yeah.
The second one can be a bit dark. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The set pieces are okay. The castle, especially, okay. it doesn't feel super epic. You know what I mean? It could be a bit grander. There's a couple shots, especially when they're running at each other and stuff like that, where it feels kind of barren. Like it's like a big empty area. It's like, what is this? And now, you know, and when they went back to that later on in this, they fleshed it out. Like, there were like carpets everywhere. There were banners and stuff on the wall, and it was more vines and things. It was more interesting. Second time there.
Yeah.
They just got better at adding props background, and props add a lot. Surprisingly, you don't. And looking at the new stuff and going back to the old stuff, you can see how much just simple sprites in the background make it look so much more interesting. Nitpicking again, but it's just fun animation talk, I think.
Yeah.
So, see, there's a lot of gaps here right now. Under the wings, right?
Right.
What I'm planning on doing is I'm going to go back, highlight under this whole area, and just pop a square under the whole thing of the right color. Because I don't want to mess up the nice texture that they have right now.
Right.
Because right now, if I try to fill in all those little dots, it'll screw the whole thing up. This isn't her rump, by the way. This is a feather. The characters. That's another thing. The characters. So it's less apparent back then, but when you see the new stuff, it's just the assets and the background characters are just so diverse now. They have so many new. They've gotten so good at making up new characters. Almost in every scene, there's a new pony.
Yeah.
And it's really nice. It's something you take for granted, and then when you go back and watch this old stuff, you go back and rewatch the new stuff, and you're like, okay, yeah, that's a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
There's just more guys, I think, in general too, which adds it. They're not all the same size. They're not all the same shape. Okay, so my plan is another one under this line art. We select whole area, so it's roughly. Oh shoot! Is it Control? No, it's Alt. Yeah, Alt. Ah, shoot. Okay. Alt. Oh, shoot. Okay. Can we do like a fill? Yeah, fill. Why did I do red? Fill. Color. Uh, what's the color value here we're using? How do I tell what it is? Yeah, is there a way to is there a way to like tell it exactly what color it is? You know what I mean?
Right. No clue.
Thanks. Anytime. Ugh. Okay, it's in the blues. It's kind of like there, isn't it? It's not bad. There we go. There's still a bit peeking through. There you go. Up here, all around here, sort of. Just the eyes. I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
You guys got some comments?
Derby's looking really good today, so far.
Well, thank you. I just realized we got to do a whole wing. Yay! Okay, what layer is this on? Oh. Oh no. Alright, there we go. It's not the same brush. There we go, that's my print just finished too, so I'll try to make this quick and painless. Such a thing can be achieved. You know, I really shouldn't again touch the face because that kind of ruins the aesthetic I'm going with. So I think I'm just gonna try to fill that in with the
Okay.
fill. Underground. Okay. So let's try. Okay. I want to try to get color a bit more accurate. Put that. Okay. Needs to be a bit wider. So in the next one, you know, if I ever do this again, I'll the head, body layer and stuff like that. That's all right, I guess. Oh. What's that? Yeah, I can just fill it in like this. I don't know why I'm not gonna do that. So stupid. Maybe something I don't know. Okay. It's kind of a you get into a zen. That time. Look how cool that looks. Kind of a mix of super cartoony and super not.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You hear the clicking of my pen?
Not right now.
Too far away, maybe. So now I just realized I can go to this layer and just go nuts on the rest of it. Not even using the fill tool. Look at that. And I don't mess up the strokes that I put in.
That's really nice.
Oh,
Mhm.
what's it? Wow. What if I just do the fill layer and just fill this in? It looks so plain. I mean, that can come back in. Oh, yeah. It just went right over her letters that she was holding. I realized. We'll have to add a letter layer. What do we got so far? What am I missing? Okay, that looks really good so far.
Mhm.
The adverb far is usually defined as at or to a great distance, a long way off, at or to a remote point. The adjective far is usually
Alexa, I
defined as
didn't say up. Right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's why you said it. Jeez. I was gonna say something. Probably good I didn't. Let's So like I can add the the fur effect, right? But then I don't have to touch the wing. See that? Then it looks like it's under the wing.
Right.
Now I'm gonna go back and add shading. I think her face is a. I think this eye is a bit too big. Do you get what I'm saying? I think I can
A little.
Let me fix that.
Hmm. I think the letters also need some attention.
You guys. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. Yeah, what do you think?
Hmm.
I'm gonna watch this. The right color. There we go. That's better.
Are you working on the right layer?
Maybe not. I think I am, yeah. It's so blue. Maybe the derpy I chose was bluer. Oh, am I on the eye layer? No. Not on the eye layer. Huh. Let's try this. Yeah. I should be making, I should be making lines like that. You see that? Be like that. Maybe just I think the mix is high. Yeah, that's what it was. Eh, it's okay. Let's add some. I want to add a little bit of fluff in her ear. Yeah, I like that. What do you think?
Nice.
Now she's a very flat color right under the hairline. What is that? Even this layer. Oh, you can't even see it. Turn all these other layers off. I don't see it. Do you see it?
See what?
Never mind. Turn this on. I guess we'll use this layer actually. It'll be under the hair, but I want shadows and highlights. Now, I don't know how to do that exactly. It will be a learning experience. Let's see. I'm going to black. And then we want to kind of select all of this. How do we, I want to select an area but not draw. So I can magic wand this whole area. Magic wand. Uh-oh. Please don't crash on me. Okay, we didn't crash. I don't like this. This is a scary brush. I think I can just for now I'll just do it the brutal way. Okay, and then we can kind of here with this. Let's get the right brush. We want a pretty big size. It's too dark. See, but then if it's too gray, then it doesn't like doesn't snap right. So it should be black. Should be this. Maybe turn the flow down a lot. Yeah, I kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of don't like how sharp the cut is. The selection. Yeah. Right. I am Shadow Man. Master of Shadows. Freaking didn't breathe there for a sec. Uh, okay. Right. Just go with that, and then I'll manually come in. I just found the right brush. Oh, that is
Yay.
so much better. Oh, so nice. See how that adds so much?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that adds. I'm getting more confident with it. Let me just erase all of that. Here, please. Oh shoot. Of course, I think I'm on the wrong layer. Yep, I'm on the line art layer. I'm drawing on that thing. Yay! That's great. Don't mess up, basically. You see how it makes things rounder immediately?
Yeah.
But you see how if I just miss one thing, it's very noticeable.
Mm.
The shadows are like really nice, but they also can screw your painting up because if you don't do it right, they don't look really noticeable. Yeah. I'm gonna do the hair now. I think I'm just gonna do it right on it. Not. Oops. Now see, it starts to become dark. That's when you need to come in with highlights. I think I'm going to be much more excited with highlights. Yikes. What is that?
Huh?
Look at that!
That's really good.
That's really good.
So I'm just kind of.
I think I'll do the letters. And we'll kind of
Yeah, go do that right.
wrap it up fast.
Good thing. Glad you haven't forgotten those.
Shoot. They're gonna have to go in between. Yay. Okay. Oh, shoot. Good one. no. Almost done here, guys.
Uh,
Almost done.
okay.
Very excited.
Huh?
Am I cutting out a lot?
Yeah, it kind of went all robot for a second.
Said you seem very excited.
I wonder if it's because if my exhaustion is because I had work today.
What's your work?
What?
You work a lot?
Not lately. It's like I only got in work yesterday because I was given the option to. Because we only had like 4 people last night. And since I'm the doorman and like 4 people, okay, that would be most people. With me, it's like easy paycheck. It's like open the door for a couple people, then chill for a while. Besides, I need to get all the money I can get because, well, the place I work is going to be closed for the last 2 weeks of March, so that's money I'm not going to be earning. But yeah, we had like 161 people today.
Really?
It was a memorial service.
Okay.
Lots of people coming and going. You know, one of the type of things.
You know who was Memorial?
Nope,
Did you even ask?
not really.
Not allowed?
Didn't really feel like it. It's like it's also why I never get around to memorizing anyone's names because, like, when you deal with as many people as I do, it's like you're never going to keep track of anyone.
Ah.
Unrelated, one of the guys at Taco Bell knows me by name at this point.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's like I always, most of the time, I stop there before work just to get dinner, or in this case, lunch today.
Uh-huh.
So it's like I pop in and he says hi. It's like, hi, I'm good. And it's like, yeah. I'm gonna be right back. I have to take my pills.
Okay. Yep. Wow.
Okay, I'm back.
Holy smokes. Look at that.
That's really good.
Yes.
Too bad it's late for Derpy Day.
Shoot. Don't bring it up.
Still doesn't mean that you can't. Still doesn't mean that you can't submit it to Equestria Daily, though.
That's true. I'm gonna, let's see, this background. Do another one above the background, and then let's try the gradient tool. I can find it. Where the frick did I put it? Search it. Okay. Oops. Whoa. No, you could do that.
That's
The first. One of them should be kind of. The other one should be. Oh, Oh!
Perfect.
Oh! Dang.
That worked out really well.
Yeah. And speaking of visuals, I would like to make a comment regarding the animation.
Go for it.
At that time, you sort of expected Flash to come from a YouTube user and not reach the quality that the TV show actually took it. Let alone you wouldn't expect a computer program such as Adobe Flash to be picked up by a TV show.
Yeah.
Look at how slow it is. Yikes. It is so behind. Let's try a different brush. Blender. Pretty good. This is kind of like a leaf brush. Oh, it's foliage. That explains it. Is there like actually bush?
Yeah, that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly not trash. Wow. It's not bad. In 3 hours.
Yeah,
All right. All right.
that actually looks professional.
We did a thing, guys.
Yay!
Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. Hold your horses.
You got an idea?
Yeah, watch this. Look at this. Oh,
What are you doing?
just adding highlights. See the sun. So it looks more professional. Clouds aren't white usually. You know, they're actually kind of a mix of colors.
Right.
Hey, yeah, woo!
Yeah. 10 out of 10.
Dun. Let's give her a nice little signature. You think?
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it in the cream color we're going with. Okay. Yeah, I hooked it. Maybe lighter of a color. There we go. Wow. Wow. Save as. Please. Derp the assassin. That's not how you spell assassin, but we're saving it like that. Yes, saving it maximum. Okay. Then we can save it as a JPEG too. Save. Right. Okay. I think I want to save it as a higher to save as. JPEG save. Yes. Maximum. Yes, quality. There we go. All right. You want to close this out, Alex?
Actually, I have some questions that might your attention need.
Go for it.
Odd Linen Black asks, love that rarity. Would you sell these as a finished furbished product?
Repeat. Sorry.
Odd Linen Black asks, love that rarity. Would you sell these as a finished furbished product?
Ooh. The rarity on the rocket, I'm assuming.
That print you did a while back?
Oh. Let me pull it up. I mean, if somebody wanted, I think so. Yeah. Which rarity was it? Trying to think. I guess it probably was the one on the rocket. If they can specify, yeah, I'd probably do it.
As like I'm going back to the chat. It's like, okay, rarity. When did you do a rarity?
Yeah, I've only done one, and it was zoomed in, and it was really fast. I didn't like it very much, from at least on my DeviantArt.
Right.
I guess it'd probably be the one on the rocket.
Hang on, that's
Oh, physical 3D print. So the thing about selling those is I don't know if they're. So I got that model off of a DeviantArt. The guy that posted it on DeviantArt. I don't know the rights or how that works on DeviantArt. You know what I mean? Like, if I could sell if somebody wanted them and that was legal to sell the 3D models of it, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's kind of a weird thing because they're 3D models, right? And he put them up for free. Now, I don't know if that means you can sell. So I'm not selling even the 3D model. I'm selling the physical version of the 3D model, which is a digital thing online. You know what I mean? So I don't know where that legality comes in. You know what I mean?
I see where that would be kind of tricky.
It's because it's like, it's not my model, but it is my physical model, right? Like, I'd print it out, and it would be my physical version of it.
Right.
But I don't know how that, translates. So, yeah, I know what you mean now. Yeah, that 3D print came out really good. And it took a while to get it to work that way. But I've thought about going to conventions and selling them. It'd be a lot of work, and I'd probably have to leave them white to get enough of them. You know what I mean? Like, I could probably print them en masse, but I would never want to paint them, each one of them, because it just takes too long. Unless you were able to, but I could paint them, but then they'd be really expensive. Probably too expensive for people to buy them. You know what I mean? They'd have to be like a couple hundred. I'm not even joking. Like $150 to $200 if I painted them. If I didn't paint them and I just printed them, they'd probably be like, I probably could sell them for $20-$30. The plastic is really cheap, but the time it takes to print them is quite long, and also you have to clean it up still. I have another printer that prints in resin that is incredibly accurate, but that would have to be even more expensive, probably, because it's even more cleaning up. You have to clip everything off, dip it in acetone, cure it, and then the material itself is $60 per liter instead of $20 per 2 kilograms, which is a lot more if you do the math. But the prints are very nice. So I had thought selling little models, but I guess it comes down to how much I can make, and also how much or what legally I can do. You know what I mean? So I hope that answers your question. I would like to do stuff like that, but it does come down to who owns the model. Probably has the rights to it, and I don't know where the rights end. You know what I mean? I don't know if they transfer into the physical realm. The funny thing is, too, that I had to convert it a lot. So those models those statues are OBJs, so I had to take them into a program, convert it, make it a STL, slice it up, and then put it in my slicer. So it was a decent amount of work to get it to work right. So maybe it'd still be legal. You know what I mean? It's, it's always sketch, if you know what I mean.
I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce the next name. It's SQUEN. Asks, is that rainbow print an SLA?
The rainbow print is not an SLA. What is it? It's a DPLA. So yeah, it is an SLA basically. The slight difference being it uses a screen, not a laser. I think that's how it works. I think it is an SLA technically. It'd be called. So yes, that is the high resolution one that we were talking about earlier, and that would be the more expensive one. That Rainbow Dash is actually probably the biggest. I could make one slightly bigger. That size is about as big as I can print one. So that gives you kind of a scale, you know. So it's so much smaller, but it's so much more expensive. So trade-offs. That's the printer I got. I like a lot, but it's just yeah.
The Palomino asks, how did you convert the file to an STL?
I used a program called it's Mesh Mixer. I had to import everything into Mesh Mixer, make sure everything was meshed correctly. Then I actually combined all layers because it actually comes in parts, and then I had to combine them all, make sure everything meshed correctly, then export it as an STL. It's not terribly hard, but sometimes it corrupts it and you have to redo it. It's kind of annoying. And then the slicer I use is Cura. It's a pretty nice slicer. I wish it had more support settings. That was the problem I was having with Rarity. There was just so much crap it had to print extra, and the supports were failing. So it took me several prints to get the Rarity to work. Rarity is one of the harder ones to. I could pretty easily. I could probably print Twilight pretty. Oh, Twilight's not terribly hard. Pinky might be a bit hard. The thing about ponies is they're kind of realistically balanced, meaning their tails are like super tiny and they connect with a giant lump. You know what I mean? The tail's this giant clump and it only connects in one point, so it's pretty hard to print something like that. It's doable. It's totally doable, but it's just yeah. Are there any other questions?
And Darkest Lunar Flower wants to add to your collection with a commission.
Well, commission?
Ooh.
Really? What is it?
Let me see if I can. All right, here's the link.
Would they like to? So I don't get it. Do they want me to make something from this artist, or do a Luna? They have a lot of Lunas.
It's basically a commission. It's basically a commission offer. I don't know. It's basically just simply a commission offer. I really don't know exactly what. Anyway, really don't know any more details other than that.
Okay, I'll have to read through this. See. Okay, I'll have to look through that. So they want me. I think it's you do a commission of Luna, I guess, and then you can send it to them. I'll have to look into that. I haven't drawn a Luna yet. That's kind of weird. But yeah. Is there another one, Alex?
In any case, that actually wraps things up pretty nice. Wraps things up pretty nicely. Next week. I don't care if it's in one location. It's still a national. I don't care if it's in one location. It's still a bit of a holiday, but in any case, it's definitely sure to material to go. It's definitely shorter material to go through. Not as short as the shorts, mind you, but back to the 22 minutes time frame at best. Back to the 22-minute time frame at best. But next week, testing 1 2 3.
Ooh. We're really going back. Stay tuned, guys, for that next week.
Yep.
See you guys later.
Later.
Take care.